is low latency always a top priority for ensuring a
Absolutely
high
not.
quality of experience? Yeah.
Absolutely not. But it very much depends on what you're trying to do. That ties in with my comment from before, which is the moment you're going bi-directional, yes, right? If there's some sort of an interaction, bi-directional, and I don't mean just bi-directional audio and video. I mean bi-directional communication of some sort. We've got one customer, for example, that can't go into the name. They're doing a remote feed. Their interactions are all just triggering events in that remote system, right? They're
Yep.
interacting remotely with that system. They're watching it live though. And there's other folks that are in that other system receiving those events. So there's a bidirectional communication. It's not audio video. They're not sending their feed in two directions or anything. Like it's not like what we're doing here. But there is an interaction that's taking place. And that, if that doesn't happen in real time, the experience is terrible, right? Like it just suffers. When it's a one-way experience, yeah, then you don't care, right? If it's one-way feed, whatever, right? But I think those are becoming less common because of the social aspect, right? Like my example of Twitter a minute ago, right? That's a completely, sideband thing that's happening. So if you're experiencing something and there's any sort of sideband experience that can happen faster than what you're providing, you're going to get a disjointed experience out of it. So it is really important to understand not just your app, but other things that are happening around it, or your deployment or your production or whatever it is, right? There's things that happen in sideband channels that can impact that real-time aspect necessity as well. So I would say there's absolutely times when it's not. I mean, if you're just watching a pre-recorded video, like great, watch it on your own time. Who cares, right? It's completely irrelevant. But anytime there's an interaction where you're trying to see something that's happening in the real world, there's some sort of interactive component. All of the AR and VR stuff that's really kicking off. Everybody saw Facebook's announcement recently, right? It's all interactive, all interactive. And the moment you got that, then you need super, super, super low latency.